What if I told you that years ago, two friends in Chicago changed how we communicate forever? Stick around to discover how a blizzard sparked the birth of the first computer bulletin board system. In the mid-1970s, technology was rapidly evolving, but many enthusiasts found it challenging to communicate effectively with one another. Two of these enthusiasts, Christensen and Randy Suess, were members of a community known as the Chicago Area Computer Hobbyists Exchange, or CASH. Their friendship and collaboration would lead to a groundbreaking creation during a time when computer communication was still in its infancy. As they spent time discussing ideas and sharing projects, they realized the importance of developing a system that allowed users to exchange messages and information with ease. Little did they know that a historic blizzard would soon provide them the perfect opportunity. In January 1978, a massive storm was brewing, one that would later be referred to as the Great Blizzard of 1978. It would bring record snowfall and icy wind, effectively shutting down the city of Chicago and leaving many, including Ward and Randy, stuck indoors. With their lives upended by the weather, Christensen and Suess seized the moment. Cut off from the outside world, they finally had the time to focus solely on the design of their computerized answering machine and message center that they had only discussed before. This unique system would enable computer hobbyists to call in using their modems and leave messages for one another. In those few short weeks, genius would take form. The two men worked tirelessly, with Christensen developing the software and Suess constructing an S100 computer. They aimed for simplicity and clarity in their design, intending to create a system that would be intuitive and useful for their fellow members. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they had a working version ready. It was February 16, 1978, when their efforts culminated into what they would proudly name the Computerized Bulletin Board System, or CBBS. This innovative platform would change how hobbyists communicated forever. Before the Great Blizzard of 1978 descended upon Chicago, the city was experiencing a typical winter. However, weather reports indicated that a significant storm was brewing, which experts suggested could bring heavy snowfall and strong winds. As the blizzard began its assault on Chicago, the city quickly transformed from bustling urban life to a scene of quiet suffering. Snow piled higher than cars and the frigid wind howled through the streets, isolating residents and halting everyday activities. As Chicagoans were trapped in their homes, hobbies took on a new importance. For Christensen and Suess, this meant diving deep into their shared passion for computers. The blizzard provided them with the perfect scenario to brainstorm and implement their ideas without distractions. With the world outside virtually paralyzed by the blizzard, they began to shift their focus towards building the computerized bulletin board system. The discussions turned into tangible projects that included crafting both hardware and the software needed to run their system. During this time, Christensen was refining his file transfer protocol, which allowed data to be sent over modems. Although previously developed, it required further improvements to make it user-friendly and compatible with Suess' design. Both men faced many technical challenges, but their determination shone through. They learned to work together effectively, combining their skills to push through difficulties, all while being inspired by their vision of connecting computer enthusiasts through their newly created platform. As weeks passed, their project took shape. They built out a message center and answering machine that would enable users to log in, leave messages, and share information. This new method of communication brought immense joy to the hobbyist community, who eagerly awaited the launch. On February 16, 1978, Christensen and Randy Suess were ready to unveil their creation to the world. The excitement in the air was palpable as they prepared for the first users to access the Computerized Bulletin Board System, or CBBS. The CBBS was designed to be simple yet effective. Users would call in using their modems, connecting directly to the CBBS hardware to leave messages and check updates. The need for turn-taking access meant that users would have to be patient, but the novelty of the system captivated its early adopters. As the first users logged in, they were greeted by a simple yet engaging interface. Users could leave messages for one another, announce meetings, and discuss their projects. For many hobbyists, this became an exciting new avenue for communication and collaboration. During the early days of CBBS, Christensen and Suess monitored user interactions closely. They would often watch as users navigated through their new digital platform, allowing the duo to share in the excitement while also troubleshooting issues that arose. Interestingly, many users found themselves curious about the creators behind CBBS. They would often wonder if Ward and Randy were real people or simply part of the program. This mystery added an element of intrigue to the overall user experience. As word spread about CBBS, its popularity began to grow. Encouraged by the initial responses, Ward and Randy received feedback from users who shared their excitement and suggestions for improvements. The system was evolving right before their eyes, supported by the community it aimed to serve. The first iteration of CBBS provided not only practical functions, but also a sense of belonging among users. It became a place where computer enthusiasts could connect, share ideas, and foster friendships that would last for years to come. After the launch of the Computerized Bulletin Board System, CBBS, the innovation began to ripple through the computer hobbyist community. The immediate impact of CBBS was felt as members engaged with the system, sharing experiences and resources with each other via their modems. As more individuals accessed CBBS, it became evident that the system filled a significant gap in communication methods among hobbyists. Users began logging in regularly, creating a cycle of sharing and collaborating that was previously unimaginable in their local communities. Over time, CBBS grew beyond simple message exchanges. Users began leaving files for download, allowing them to share software and projects easily. This shift transformed CBBS into a repository of knowledge and tools for budding programmers and tech enthusiasts. The success of CBBS encouraged Ward and Randy to keep enhancing the system. They received valuable feedback from users who asked for additional features and improvements, demonstrating the thriving interest in this new way of communicating. However, the growing popularity of CBBS attracted attention not just from hobbyists, but also from the media. Articles began to appear, highlighting the innovative leap Ward and Randy had made in the realm of computer communication. Besides individual users becoming part of the growing CBBS community, local computer clubs began acknowledging the innovation. Groups of hobbyists gathered not only to connect via CBBS, but also to share their experiences and projects both online and offline. Ultimately, what began as a project born out of necessity in the midst of a winter blizzard turned into a pivotal moment for communication within the tech community. CBBS made a lasting mark that helped shape the future of online interactions.